So since last time we were here, what has been the journey from the last game to coming back on Thursday?
The journey. The last game was. What was the last game? Was it Poole Town?
Poole Town, yeah.
So you go from you go Poole Town, and then obviously we were going to be potentially going to Swindon. I think, but at that point though, once the announcement was made, obviously a lot of people feeling very dejected, and there's a bit of a strange feeling around the place. So and that was prior to the Swindon game as well. And then obviously the realisation kicks in that you're not going to be together again for at least a month or thereabouts. So you just got to be. I keep using the same words, but you just got to be proactive at that point. So we had a week off, just let the players do whatever they wanted to do, and same goes to the management. So we literally said, right, we'll keep the communication to essentials only between the management, between the players, and come back in a week's time, refreshed and start to formulate a plan. And that plan has taken place. The players were given a briefing of what was expected, and again that was fairly. It wasn't mandatory, so to speak, because different players like to do different things and benefit from different training styles. So that happened, and then it's been ramped up to the point we're back in on Thursday.
What have the players been up to since Poole Town?
A lot of individual, as you'd expect, a lot of individual running. Again, just go back to 5Ks, 10Ks. That was the initial part of it, and then the ones who are, you've got quite a few in the group who are coaches or fitness instructors, things like that. So, and then just ramping it up to football specific, anything they could achieve that was football specific, and of course individually. I think a few of them might have gone out in pairs, but obviously just keep trying to keep to government guidelines as closely as possible. So, but no, they're all in good spirits. That's the most important thing. Having spoken to them all individually, they're all in good spirits, all excited, ready to go.
Have there been any improvements behind the scenes since Poole Town?
In terms of coaching, or in terms
of players, coaching, even boardroom kind of things?
Well, it has given us a little bit more time as a coaching staff. So we I don't mind sharing it. We're going to spend more time on the analysis part of our the way we structure our coaching sessions and the way we manage the players. So we've got the technology now for the first time at the football club to be able to achieve that, and we've got willing people behind the scenes who are happy to spend a number of hours sieving through games, looking at pros, looking at cons, looking at departmental wins, departmental failures, just so we can decipher where a talented squad is or isn't doing well. So that's been the primary one. That's something that a couple of us have spearheaded. And that's not out of the norm for the level either. It's not like we're doing something different. If anything, we're playing catch up. So we expect that to have a positive impact.
So in terms of improvements, you've obviously brought in a new player, TJ. What does he bring to the game, to the Hartley Whitney?
TJ's slightly different. He's quick. He's nimble. He's agile, he's direct, he's got good feet, he's tricky, he's got good technique. So he's one that has been on our radar for quite a while. We were close to signing him in the summer, but all four, obviously we signed Ben Wright earlier in the summer, and the three main players from last season stayed on. We didn't expect to be going to this season with four really strong forward players. TJ being the fifth one, so at that point with Duffy, Lucas Burt and other people in and around the club, we didn't think it was right at that time to go ahead with it, especially given the distance that TJ was coming from. TJ lives up in Sutton Way, so if TJ had been local, perhaps we'd have done something, but we didn't think it was right, nor did TJ, but it was right, look, when the time comes, you know us. You trained with us quite a few times. He played games with us, and he's known our personnel for playing against them for a while. He also knows quite a few of the players as it is. So it was the right one. When a space appeared, it was quite an obvious one. TJ will fit. He can play in the top three, in a narrow three or wide three. So he should come in, and he should fit well. Yeah, he should slot straight in.
Will he develop the team in any way, or change the team in any way, or is it?
I don't think he needs
adding strength.
Yeah, it's just adding strength and adding something different. You know, you've got the forwards we've got. They're all different in some way, and I see that as beneficial. I wouldn't want three players exactly the same. I wouldn't want three players, all two forwards that you can pigeonhole and go, right, that's the way they're going to play. They each bring something different, and so TJ will do. TJ will probably play on the outside of the three, and we want to get him at fullbacks as much as possible.
Looking back before the second lockdown, how would you sum up this season so far?
6.5 out of 10. To be very specific there. So you'd asked me prior, given everything that's happened, you can be I don't know, top 10, top 8, but you go out the cup competitions early, or alternatively you can have a really good run in the FA Cup, but it's to the detriment a little bit of your league form. I think I know I would have me being practical. I would have said, look, we'll take the money. We'll take the money in the cup run. And okay, we might be a few games behind in the league. Might be playing a little bit of catch up, but there's no distractions now. It's very simple. As and when we know what we're doing in regards to the league, and is it going to be 2 games a week? Is it going to be 1 game a week? It is the league now. So yeah, we've got a couple of games to play catch up on, and I just want to get started with it. I want it to be. I don't want it to be stop start. I'm pleased that it is just going to be about league games now, and getting up the table.
Do you think the league now becomes tougher with this lockdown? That the games are going to be bunched together. Didn't that be a detriment to Hartley Whitney in any way?
No, because I think the money we have available, I think we've been quite wise, and I think we've got a good squad. I think I cast my mind back to a year ago, even 2 years ago. This is the strongest squad we've got. I think it's reasonably well balanced as well. There's possibly a couple of attributes we may be short of, but for the budget that we've got, it's quite an achievement that we managed to attract the players we have, and that's just not down to myself or the coaching staff. It's the club in general that have done that. So we are geared up to doing 2 a week. If we do 2 a week, then the players at the football club are expected to slot in at any given point. There might be a bit of rotation. It might be horses to courses. Might have to be managing the amount they do. Certainly some of the older boys. So I wouldn't use that as an excuse. If we do go 2 a week and the games do come thick and fast, then I would like to think that we are set up for it, and we've already talked about how we would train and things like that if that was to be the case. So there could be no excuses. We've done okay in games at points. We've been routed once, albeit with a really arguably the weakest team we've played this season in terms of ourselves. That was the Hendon game where we were well and truly beaten. Might have played some nice stuff in patches, but we were well and truly beaten. And there's games where we've dominated for large parts but didn't get the 3 points. So I look at it now, and I think we should be on 10 points. I think 10 points would be fair. We're not. We're on 6 points because we couldn't get over the line in games where we should have got over the line. Each game's been quite close, but nothing in this league has scared me.
Thank you, Millers.
All right, mate.